What's cracking, Megan? How you
My
doing?
mouth is full.
Hell yeah, your mouth is full, so is your heart of happiness.
Clear eyes, full heart.
Welcome to Friday Night Lights. It's happening. You're welcome. I
Yay!
look like Miss Davis
Oh my
today.
god, look at you.
Uh,
You're not fucking around.
I'm a
Look out.
I am a hard hitting journalist. I don't know what part of that I need to make more clear. Do I have a pencil? Fuck, I need a pencil.
Yeah, oh my god, you need one.
I do.
There's a pen on my side of the room, I think. There used to be
Your
anyway.
side of the room is covered with like my weave, your wigs, cowboy hats, and rose.
Oh, so my
It's
life.
beautiful. Yes. Pretty much all you need is right there.
Okay. I really need to get that wig. It doesn't even fit my head. Who cares?
I don't think it fits anybody's head. That's why I had such a hard time. I was like, there's no way that this is actually yours.
No, it's so small. So small. I thought that my Lux wig was going to be too small as well, but it was actually just the wig cap that was giving me a headache,
Yep.
so
You gotta get your wigs right. Like,
I'm learning. I've only got 3 now. 4. 4.
perfect.
4 wigs. That's kind of a lot, actually, now that I say that out loud.
I mean, I don't know what the normal average person has, like their wig collection, but I assume that it's not as much as you and I.
No. Did you see that funny tweet going around about, like, for ladies to make sure that they put up their wigs and weaves?
Oh God, because that guy was
The little
scared.
kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that like a new movie that's out? Like some sort of, like that demon thing that they were talking about? Like I couldn't remember if that was new or if that was like the chick from The Ring.
I assumed it was the chick in the ring, and I was like, I didn't know she had an official name,
Because I
but
thought her name was like Samora or something, but that one was like Amadora.
yeah, it was something weird. Yeah. I don't know. I don't do scary things, so I just assumed it was from a scary movie that I don't know.
Man. All right. So you got Facebook up, right?
No.
Okay. I was like, I didn't know if I needed to be looking at that one today. Because I
They
feel
don't
like
ever talk on it.
they don't
I've
really
given up on
talk, but it's Wednesday. Like it could be a different day.
giving up on Facebook.
Ouch.
I gave them a chance because we had 2 people tell us, like, they're like, we watch on Facebook all the time. I was like, okay, we don't usually pay attention to you guys. I will start paying attention. And I did it for 2 weeks, and then they never came in once. So
And so what did they do? They just were like, okay, I guess we'll watch on another. I feel like people just watch on a different platform if
they
they're not.
probably went to Twitter, I assume. But
Yeah.
well, one was your future mother,
Aw,
and I don't think she has
Carrie.
Twitter, does she?
I don't think so. No, she does. She might. I always forget because K-State people switch back and forth between Facebook being their like source of K-State everything and then Twitter. And
Mm.
Facebook has mostly been like there's Exit 313, there's bringonthecats.com, which I obviously work for. Or
What?
I should be doing more. Every single time that I like bring them up, I'm like I just have this like wave of guilt like I have not been a good wildcat.
I am not a good wildcat.
I've not been a good wildcat. I feel like I am a good wildcat, but we all know what kind of I guess end of season we had. It was just very dramatic and everyone was just kind of over it. So I
Right.
feel like it's okay that I was a little bit detached from K-State football this year.
I will give you a pass.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So yeah.
We're like weirdly looking into each other's eyes.
Are we?
Like not on purpose, because you guys, I mean, you probably know it by now, but I can't see her. I'm
I don't
just
know if
talking
people
to
know that.
myself
I
the
really
whole
don't.
time. Just talking to myself the whole time, and it's great.
If I was smarter, I would be able to fix that. But
I
I'm
don't
not
think there is a way around it.
because I use screen grab from Skype and I use the camera on my face and then that like kind of eliminates my camera being used by another source. I could have a different camera so you could see me. I just don't.
Yeah.
I
So
could though.
I just talked to myself.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put up that other camera that you don't use anyways, but you
No, I'm
should.
stealing it.
Yeah, when are you gonna be over here? Huh?
Whenever. Never.
I since I won that Costa Vida gift card, I get to go meet Mally, aka Broke Ass Girl Travel from
Mm.
Instagram. I get to meet her at Cheesecake Factory tomorrow, and I know you're just gonna be
Oh,
dying.
That's not fair.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's not fair at all.
I apologize. I look
You
really
just
smug with
had
myself.
Cheesecake Factory. That's not fair.
I know, but that was different. It was delivery. And I was super excited about it. It was healthy. It was fine. I asked you first.
Can you FaceTime so it's at least somewhat live? We have no... How would you broadcast FaceTime?
Well, you can't broadcast FaceTime, but we could see each other via FaceTime. I don't know.
I don't think that's... I'd be looking like I'd have to have my phone like this.
Are we literally taking suggestions from the audience now? Because I'm not going to. Until the audience can come up with suggestions, I'm out. Like real viable selections or suggestions.
It was just a question.
No, I didn't know if they like had a solution. I'm like, if you give us an app, we will do it. Like,
that's
just come at us with an actual solution for this. Please.
I'm trying to remember. I know that I did a Skype podcast before, but I think I just didn't see them either. I don't know. I don't care. Here we are.
I'm just gonna let you keep talking because I don't know where you're going with this, but I'm kind of intrigued.
I don't know. It is bothering me that like it's not possible. It doesn't seem like that should be the way that the world works as the world turns. Since we're on soap opera mode for the day.
You know, I wasn't planning on being in soap opera mode at all.
Why not?
Well, I mean, just this week. I didn't think it was going to be a very exciting week. You know, we were after National Championship on Monday, which was definitely dramatic and kind of themed for the rest of the NCAA tournament. Was the officials got some serious shit from Tech fans, Auburn fans. I mean, everyone in the Final Four was just mad. If you didn't win the Final Four, you were mad because your team got screwed somehow. So,
by the refs?
Yeah, the refs. It's a long story.
Okay.
It happened Monday. Nobody gives a shit. So, going from like that weird, like the refs dictating everything, I just thought that it was going to be boring after that. Like, I honest to God thought that we were going to have some sort of really slow week of sports. And I mean, it technically is a slow week of sports besides everyone retiring and making us like sob to death.
Who's making you cried over Dirk?
I did not cry over Dirk. It was Dwayne Wade. And if you didn't see that video and you didn't cry in it.
I didn't cry.
I mean, it was incredibly emotional because it's just like, it just shows you how much sports actually transcend real life. And there's no such thing as playing in a professional league for more than 5 years and not having some sort of community impact. So it was cool to see Dwayne Wade honored but it's just like after the Paul Pierce shit, like this guy is just simply trying to have a last home game in Miami. He does not need Paul Pierce chiming in with his, well, I'm better than him. Why didn't people care about me? Because nobody likes you, dude.
I have no idea why he would say anything. Like why he did say anything, I guess.
It's like if I don't know, one of the Late Show guys decided to retire and Jay Leno comes out and he's like, hey guys, remember that time I retired? That was pretty neat, huh? It's like, why?
Why? I don't know. Boys and their emotions.
Boys are funny. They're super emotional and they are super petty too.
They do get petty and like I don't know why they're not better at hiding it, but like they're better at getting away with it, I think.
I could see that.
Not overall, like obviously the Paul Pierce thing, like that was not getting away with it. That was the definition of not getting away with it. But I think they're able, like, because you just don't think of boys as petty, but like when you actually sit down and think about it, you're like, wait a sec. They're very about getting even, I guess would be the better way.
Yeah, I think that's what everyone should at least try to avenge productive revenge, not counterproductive, like life-earning shit just to do it. Like, I feel like there's a line.
Okay.
Don't waste all your energy
on getting revenge.
yeah, just do better. I don't think it's necessarily, you don't have to prove people wrong. Like, I feel like the chip on the shoulder thing, and this weirdly
Mhm.
came up last night with the Royals. Like, people were saying, what do you mean Wit has a chip on his shoulder and he plays angry? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh my God. Like, reading comprehension is clearly not a strong suit of the Kansas City Royals online community.
Definitely not.
But I just don't understand. There's just so much that, like, I feel that the media gets blamed for a lot, but oh my God, the average, like, intellectual level of the readers and the consumers of media has just fucking nosedived.
Completely. And they don't even like, it's not even reading, it is reading comprehension, but it's also just lazy. Like they read the title of something and go no farther.
And I'm totally guilty of that because I admitted it on Monday. I was like, yeah, I read the title. I'm like, fuck you guys.
Right.
But I don't do that. Like, you can't do that with everything.
I don't get it. Like if I post anything, it's because I looked into it, you know? Like I don't know why that bothers me so much, but like everybody getting mad about the Nike thing the other day, with Nike and Michael Vick. And like nobody bothered to Google image search and see that that was from 2011. None of you just got outraged for nothing.
So many people fell victim to that too. I didn't think they would.
A lot of people. And then like I posted, like I was fed up with it like 3 days after like it was still going on, and somebody posted on Instagram, and I was like, so you haven't worn Nike for 8 years? And meanwhile I had already looked at his Instagram page and saw him in Nike 2 weeks ago. And he's like, it's real, like they're rehiring him. I was like, they're rehiring Michael Vick at Nike for no reason at all? Like he's not even relevant anymore.
People fall for a lot of things. Oh, and the good news is the Royals diehard fan group thing on Facebook that got changed to Yankees for April Fools.
Yes.
We are still a Yankees group.
No.
Yes, and it's honestly the greatest thing in the world.
That's so cool. Are people still freaking out about it?
Yes, there's like 1,000 people that left, and I just can't imagine being that like hurt about
That's
something
so
so
funny.
stupid.
That's so funny. I wonder if that was like a little like a tiff though, like that the owners of the group were fighting, and then one's just like, I'm burning it down.
Well, I didn't realize that there are people that infiltrate. We talked about this off air. People that infiltrate Facebook groups to use it to sell advertising and marketing.
Yeah, that is something that I learned about too, because I didn't know.
And I didn't realize that you could be like, yeah, I got a member I got access to the admin board, so I changed the banner to an advertising thing, and like 40,000 people saw it, and so I got paid.
Yeah,
What?
I know. It's ridiculous. And like I know from gaming stuff, like some people are not very careful about that. Like I just messaged, I'm an admin of a St. Louis gaming group because I was like, yeah, I like gaming and I'm trying to start it in the area. And they're like, here you go, here's the keys. I was
Oh
like,
my God.
all right.
That is you're gonna wake up to like the weirdest porn just like posted, be like, we support this. Well,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I mean, I don't think you would do that because you're not 12, but I feel like a lesser human being might.
I wonder who. Yeah, no. I did delve into League of Legends porn though today. That was
Yeah, it's weird. It's mostly Nidalee and Jinx based, and like Katarina.
I saw a lot of Nidalee. I did not see any of the Jinx or Cat, but I can see that that would be it.
Yeah,
I've only ever looked at the pictures before, which are like crazy, but I didn't know there was actually like people had put time into making 3D
like you're
porn.
like, yeah, they have.
Like, oh,
and they take the
okay.
sounds from the game, and then they're like,
yeah,
and it's just so weird. And then they like
It's so
Jinx's
weird.
laugh. I'm like, oh God, here we go.
Yeah, it's
It's
you guys have a
casual.
lot of time on your hands.
It's
I
a creative. I mean, it's a creative outlet. Like you sit there and you talk about cosplay, anime stuff. I mean, that's what you're doing. It's just another creative outlet that people choose to animate the characters into pornographic scenes instead of
Yeah,
digital short. That is a digital short, I guess.
it is. Yeah. I'm not knocking it. I'm just like, I don't know. I guess if I was a dude, like having to watch these people run around with their boobs hanging out, like all game
Yeah.
girls are, I suppose it would probably cross my mind at some point, being like, what if I fucked her?
What if I stuck my dick in that?
What would that be like? Let me make a video of it.
Let me carefully animate this to everything that I want, and then it's just like creepily accurately like on point for them. I don't know. Guys are strange creatures, but still love them.
Still love them sometimes.
They're
Just kidding.
cute.
I don't think anybody's made me mad today.
Today, that's a good start.
Today. I don't think so yesterday either.
That's even
People
better.
have been generally nice all week, I think. Like the world is just kind of it's warm out and we're gonna be happy about it level.
Okay.
I think, have you been getting, I don't think you've been fighting with anybody.
I've been fighting with everybody. I stay fighting with people.
Okay.
I tell them they're boring. I block them. They find me other ways.
Oh no.
I tell them they're boring again. Can we just come out like before the show starts, like officially starts? I just want to tell people to stop. If I have not given birth to you, do not call me mom or mama or mommy. It is freaking me out.
It doesn't work like daddy.
No. And but it's like been like a surge of people that I don't know. And I'm like,
multiple people have been calling you that?
I've been telling you about this weird energy that's happening and I don't know what it is. I'm saying this as I'm dressed like a really skanky secretary right now. That's not the point.
Right.
This is my professional outfit, okay? But there's just been this weird surge of energy, like Mrs. Robinson energy, and that I've never put out in my life. Ever. I've never once gone after younger guys in my life. And still won't. It's just not happening. And like I walked into Chipotle and I can't remember what day it was, but I texted you about it.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
And these guys were like, I walked there and then I was walking back and they're like, hey, you need a ride? You can sit on my face. And I'm just like, you're 12. Go home.
Yeah. Yeah. What did they say after that? That part was funny too.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
I was like just trying to be walking around on edibles, just functioning by myself and be like, I don't know, Zen boy roaming around. And I was like actually listening to something on my headphones. That's why I was like, what did you say? And I was out of it. I'm like, God damn it, you two. Go home. It's past your bedtime.
Go home to your mother.
Right? Like, it's not me. Don't call me that either.
Ugh. No. The day that ever happens, I'm quitting the internet.
Like, I'm out. I'm just gonna freaking stop. Screw it.
Yeah, if anybody ever calls me mommy.
That's why I'm just like, it just seems so weird to like, for that to start happening out of nowhere. I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit going on on the internet. I was like on the line, but that doesn't make sense.
Start making AOL noises like
there you go.
Here we are. You've got mail.
Oh my god, I love that movie so much.
I know. The beginning makes me happy. Like, isn't it weird if you showed that to like your kids right now? Like they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
They'd be like, "What do you mean they didn't know it was each other? Like, what do you mean they didn't just like text each other? What do you mean they didn't just like send each other nudes without even like?" That's another thing I didn't know. This whole like Nichols gate that we're going into, like the divorce court session that all of Twitter accidentally had. It was a lot of things that would indicate that you're probably going to get a divorce after this. And like,
Well,
her rationale and the whole thing was like, well, there were pictures exchanged. I'm sorry. If I know that like I'm gonna like you live in my area or like you live in the city, I'm not gonna like send you full blown like all my nudes right then and there, like before we meet. Like you can see what's on my Instagram, that's naked enough, and then you can like move on from there. But like this whole like divorce court weird session that we are in, doesn't make sense to me because like, were there nudes exchanged? That's all I want to know. Was the chick sending full blown nudes, not just like selfies, but like full blown nudes? What was going on with this?
Right.
So, but I guess that's normal. You just like send your sex tape and then you start dating. I guess.
What?
I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird thing. I don't understand it. So once again, I'm learning like when we're diving into this whole Twitter, Chiefs Twitter. It's Chiefs Twitter, not like, but it went other places. So I don't want to say that it's specific to Chiefs Twitter. It's just like messy Twitter.
Yeah. Very messy.
Messy, and I'm really not sure how we're gonna go into this. And like, you know, we're offering couples counseling. They can both come on the show and talk to us about this.
If you want to. I don't.
No, I do not want that.
I don't think so.
No, but I'm just saying that like we're offering. I have solutions in the notes for them both.
Yeah. There are solutions, and we will get to them.
So I'm just saying that like if you're tuning in to be like, okay, let's hear the messy drama of what's going on. It's really not going to be messy as much as it is if you're ever in this situation, because for some reason Kansas City Twitter is messy.
Mm-hmm. Not for some reason. They're just like, I don't know. Is it lazy to be as sloppy as they are? They all. I don't want to like out them all, but I do. Like the big Twitter names that are single have, and some not single, have all intermingled at one time or another.
That's what I don't understand. I'm like, yeah,
Like-
don't get me wrong. I've been single in Kansas City for the last, well, I'm just going to go ahead and say I was single even when I wasn't, because I've just been in and out of relationships throughout probably, I'd say like 5 years. I want nothing to do with ever dating anyone that is any sort of relevance on Twitter ever again.
Yeah, that's very 2018.
Like, I don't want the drama. I don't want the, like, I did it though. I did not big on Twitter. He wasn't big on Twitter at all. But he was very much a part of the Kansas City Twitter community, and he was like in every single group, I guess you could call it. I guess I don't know if we're in high school or not. I'm like, is this like where we start talking about cliques and stuff? I don't know. I'm like, come on. Prairie Report said this is the content I need injected into my veins. Yes, we are getting into messiness. Welcome to the Sprots Take Show. It's Wednesday, and we are gonna get weird today.
We're just outing KC Twitter. We're gonna be banned from KC Twitter.
Yeah, we are never gonna be invited to anything ever again. But I mean, honestly, after the tricks that we're gonna tell you, we probably should be banned anyways. Listen. The number one thing that you could do to get caught is be sloppy and be messy. And what do people do?
So sloppy.
My experience, like I said, and you were around for this entire experience, so you can definitely chime in on this. Because from start to finish, it was, hey girl, DMs. Then add you on another platform, usually Snapchat, sometimes IG. In this case, every platform, every human, like, except Facebook, which we'll get to that.
Facebook people.
Facebook people are weird. They're a weird breed.
The guys that slide in on Facebook, you're like, how? Your brain does not work, and I know.
And right before the end of the year in 2018, I talked to a Facebook person. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did forget about him.
Who had been thirsty on Facebook with you, but we didn't realize that. We didn't even know who this guy was.
Yeah, we didn't. But I had been we'd been Facebook friends for like what, 2 years?
Yeah, and he like this is all in one day too. All in one day, this guy goes from, oh my god, that shit was funny because he like lost his dog, and my sister had like cross posted it. I'm like, oh my god, I stole the dog. It's fine. Give it to me. And turns out we started talking after that, and he's like, wow, you're really hot. I'm like, I know. No, that's not how it went. Kind of.
Yeah, it was. Don't lie.
But this is why this news story resonated with me, because this happens to me all the time. These guys will start talking to me about sports, and they're like, the things I would do to your mouth. And I'm like, what? They'll be like, what do you think about the Bob Sutton leaving? Do you think that it's going to be a change to the team? Do you think it's going to be an improvement to the team to go from 3-4 to 4-3? By the way, I'm going to put my dick in you. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
interesting jump, but okay. But it doesn't, nothing surprises us, I feel like.
Mm-mm.
I can't imagine your DMs on Instagram.
Honestly, though, like it's funny because we talk about this all the time. Like I'm the one out here posting like pretty ridiculous shit. I mean, you do sometimes, but honestly, not really. For the most part, you don't post stuff. But I'm out here like posting like
Look at my butthole.
intentionally
No.
sexual pictures and things, and I have a whole ass Patreon account
Hmm.
like for lewd pictures, like where people pay to see that. And like my DMs are like, "Hey, how's your morning?" And like Gat's talking to this same exact person, and they're like, "Here's my dick."
Yeah. And I'm like,
Like what? I was like, they have never talked to me like that.
I'm like, does this happen to you? She goes, no. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't ask for this life. Like, you know, when people see dead people, which, you know, coincidentally I can, which is also another subject that we don't need to go into.
Yes.
Nobody asks for that. Nobody sits there and says, oh my God, you know what would make my life better? More dick pics.
No. Well, and they've learned slightly. Like
Have
they've
they?
learned that they can't send dick pics initially. Like they can't lead off that way. But the new dick pic of 2019 is a hey or a sup. Anybody that texts me like that, I'm like, I know where this is going. Goodbye. Like,
What
it's
are you
not even that you're
doing?
wasting my time. It's just that I know where this is going.
It is a waste of time though, because one,
It
it's not going to go anywhere. Two, you are wasting my time. You are wasting like my notification. Like I enjoy talking to people.
is.
I
Hmm.
will talk to anyone at any moment, any day, and you know this. If you actually have something to say, like I have people that send me nothing but it's my buddy Phil. All we do on Instagram is DM about like breaking people's ankles videos in basketball. I love watching crossovers. I love people falling over because they got psyched out.
Bella
I love it.
Badova.
I think they're fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Delhi, like perfect example. But like that's what it takes to me on Instagram to be like not captivating, but like, don't just show up with like you're beautiful. Like what are we in middle school? Like come to the like you're gonna have more of a chance of getting a response if you say, like you said, comment on, hey, how's your morning going? Is there anything I could do? Like, do you want Starbucks? Like literally all it takes is an email address, and you can
That's
send a
true.
chick Starbucks, and you can make her day like 10,000 times better.
That is true. You will get a lot more interaction from me if you send me coffee first.
And
Or
like
mastacholi.
if
I'm
you
not
really
picky.
value like what the creative aspects that you bring to the table and like to their feed, so to speak, fucking support somebody. Just like it's really easy to do that. But if you don't want to go that route and you just want to sit there and consume all of your content for free and then also say, hey, there is nothing in this life more annoying than a man without anything to say
Hmm.
in your
Okay.
DMs trying to start a conversation. What are you doing? Doesn't no.
It's
What are you
not a
up to today? What are you
conversation.
up to today? Everything, the same thing I'm up to every day.
Nope.
So just like be creative.
Trying to take over the world.
Pinky in the brain.
I never even watched that show. I just know that.
I mean the show is good, but I think it gave me anxiety. Because I'm like, are they really gonna do this? Like, I don't want to be that kid,
Are
but I
they
was
really
that
gonna
kid.
take over the world?
But like I always would look at their plans and be like, guys, this is kind of like halfway thrown together. Can we be a
Oh
little
my
bit more
gosh.
like accurate about this? I know I was horrible watching TV shows with as a kid because I hated laugh tracks, and unless it was a real like that's why I love reality TV. Unless it's real,
Mm,
like an actual just like non-scripted, I don't care because I'm like I figure it out in my head way too early.
that's fair. I could see that.
I need to know that there's something that I can't predict about something, so I just have to pay attention. Because if I know I don't have to pay attention and I can just predict what's going on, then I won't watch it
Ow.
unless I'm
Agreed.
baked.
And then I can't move, so I'm stuck.
And then I'm just sit there watching it forever.
And this is what I do now.
All right, so we've gotten slightly into the conversation that we were trying to have about just overall, I feel like Twitter etiquette and how to react to these situations. But I feel like it's not really fair unless we go all the way back to Monday, right? Because that's when it all started happening. We have to break it down because people are like literally blowing our shit up. Like, what the hell is going on?
Okay. Yeah. So Monday during the national championship game, which at that time was going rather slowly, and then the Royals were losing. So here we go.
Yeah.
The first tweet came out. How did you? Because neither one of us followed the guy James, correct?
Right. Well, he followed me.
He follows us, but I don't think either one of us.
Yeah, I didn't know
him.
if he followed you too, because I know that he's part. Like, I don't know how long he's been around. He's never, I think, talked to me. I'm gonna search it while you're talking.
Oh, all right. I honestly didn't look up either interaction, so I don't know. But so neither one of us followed him. It was retweeted into our timelines from various people. You said you found it from
Ames.
Ames. I was gonna code name it, but I don't really care.
I don't care either. Fuck it.
On the internet. You got retweeted by Ames. Black Twitter popped onto my timeline with it. I don't even know how. I think Kevo.
Yeah, Kevo's been very invested in this.
I think he was probably the first one to.
100%.
The world then followed her. Oh no, we don't follow him or her still. We just went to their page.
Yeah.
So it started out, I'm trying to pull it up because the screenshots still are not showing. Awesome. Hold on, I'll pull them up on my phone. I screenshotted.
Yeah, I was gonna say you sent them to me just now, so I can find it.
If you don't learn that everything disappears on the internet and you have to screenshot, you should learn that.
I have the voicemail, which I'm really excited about, but I don't know how to play on here because I tried to pull it up on, like, that's what I was doing before I called you, was trying to, like, get the voicemail to play on there, but it won't.
Right. Well, just hold it up to your microphone.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna be real ghetto.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay. So she tweeted, well, it's from his account, but it's his wife on this man's account. I'm a cheating bastard, and my wife just found out that I've been talking nasty with. Are we? Yeah, well, it's on the internet. Mama Needs Wine 5.
Yeah, so that her name's Bridget from.
Her name is Bridget.
Yeah.
Yes, we met her yesterday-ish. Internet met.
Yes.
For over a month. I may have slept with her, but this is unknown. I like to cheat a lot. Last year, I slept with a woman. My wife spent our 6th anniversary getting an STD test. As far as I am understanding from later tweets, that either they just passed their 6th anniversary like last week or something.
Yeah, and she did come back. The test did come back. She was clean. So in case, like, we don't have to worry about Mrs. Nichols having
Miss Nichols,
the clap.
no STDs.
So she's single, maybe, for now, and no STDs.
We don't know that. And then, like 5 minutes later, in case you missed it, I am a cheating whore. That one not so creative, Mrs. Nichols.
Yeah, you could do better.
Yeah. I may look nice, but I am not faithful, and if I cheated on my wife with you, it is definite that I will cheat on you with the next thing that shows me attention. That's a valid point and accurate. I will tell you that.
Yeah, guys definitely don't go for the high fruit. They go for the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah. I have cheated on my wife 3 years in a row. We'll get back to that one in a second, Mrs. Nichols. I don't know how to stay faithful to my wife of 14 years. These are getting a little ranty. Need a whore who you want to have your husband cheat on you with. I have a nice Kansas City number for you. I'm sure she would love to nap, shower, or suck your man's dick real East-like. I don't know what that means. I'm going to
say easy. I'm going to say that easy was probably what she was going for there.
Easy-like?
Because East-like means like...
are we doing it St. Louis style? I don't know. Do they have a weird...
It's a Midwest thing.
Bitch, get smart. You need to take that voicemail serious. Also getting back to that.
Voicemail!
And get to stepping.
Yes.
And then there was one more.
The voicemail, by the way, is the funniest thing that I've ever heard in my life.
No, it was not. Yeah. So let's delve into that. So obviously, James is cheating on Mrs. Nichols. What's her name? Stephanie? Stephanie Nichols. James has cheated on her. Well, she just apparently found out about this current one, Bridget, which she even stated there that they didn't hook up or anything. And Bridget came out. We found out yesterday that nothing happened between the two of them. So it was a bit overblown by Mrs. Nichols here. But she is justified in the anger, apparently, since he's been doing it for 3 years.
Jesus
So
Christ.
my first question is, why are you still with James, Mrs. Nichols? If this has
James,
been going on for 3 years and you knew about it enough to get an STD test. Wait, she said her 6th anniversary. They've been together for 14 years.
yeah, and they like the wedding anniversary is the 6th anniversary part, I guess.
Okay, so they've just been together 14, not married 14.
But we didn't even add like this is we have to add the entire like breakdown to this because yes, she did all this on Twitter at night. We
Right.
don't know if alcohol or drugs were played into it. Not that it really matters because once you start ranting about your husband's like side chick problem, which it's alleged side chick at this point, she literally said in the tweets she does not know if they're sleeping together.
Right.
So in my mind, unless you know that they're sleeping together, don't fucking put this woman's shit out on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I go with it. I go immediately
Agreed.
to and what really bothered me, and you know what, Kansas City Twitter, suck my dick on this one because I don't want to hear it. She put the person's child, like she took a photo of this woman and screenshotted it with their child's face front and center. That's what
Right.
bothers me. Whether you believe me or not, you can just whatever. I don't believe that you ever go the route of getting children involved. That's the number one thing. I mean, we're talking divorce court, we're talking like any family law lawyer, court, like court official, judge, whatever you want to go with, will tell you keep people's kids and the children off the internet, out of your drama. That's the first slip up that I think happened, besides the obvious of putting your business on the internet, because we're gonna laugh at it, we're gonna laugh at you, we're gonna laugh at your situation. Twitter loves messy, they love drama, and if you give us enough like fire, we will put gasoline on it in a heartbeat.
For real.
And that's what we did.
Yeah. It blew up very quickly.
So with that, that's the one thing that like really threw me off about the whole situation. Like, get on your husband's Twitter, you just like tweet your little heart out about what a piece of shit he is, air out the dirty laundry that you think is there, but you better be damn sure, because if I had that happen to me, which I did have this happen to me, not a cheating situation, but like people saying that I did something that I didn't do, and they are really lucky that my lawyer was in Aruba. That's all I'm gonna say. Like,
Right.
I don't handle bringing that type of level with kids and other things into it at all. It's not acceptable. So Stephanie, that really sucked of you. So then we go back to the main point that you were talking about. If this has been going on for 3 years, why are you there?
Right.
And the next day, like we're not talking today, she's posting photos of everything being okay. Tuesday morning, she's posting photos of them going running with their neighbors.
Yeah.
Saying like, what a nice run we had today. Like, what a nice run we had this morning. A nice little jog with the neighbors. And they just look like normal. I'm like, are we going to talk about how there's SmackDown 2019 happening on
Right.
your
On Twitter.
husband's timeline last night? Like, that was more important. Like you said, the national championship game was kind of slow at the time. And we're all like, fuck yeah, this is what we want.
Yeah. It was a mess. It was a mess. Like, and I don't care. If you want to stay with the cheating guy, like, I don't know. Maybe he's got money. Maybe, I don't know.
No, if you're fighting about a Dodge Charger.
You have a Dodge Charger. That's kind of expensive car. Reasonably. It's not like a Mercedes, but like, I don't know. Maybe he takes care of her. Maybe Mrs. Nichols doesn't work. I don't know their life. If you want to stay with him, fine. I don't care. But you don't get to be mad about it also. Like, you don't get both out of that one. So
Right. You don't, but then you go back to, I guess it's experience. It's what you want to put up with. And you have 4 kids together. All right, the internet is just not it. I've never understood going to the internet. So what?
Oh, I would. In a heartbeat.
Really?
Oh, I would burn the world down if I was mad about something. If there was something that I was pissed off about, or if anybody pissed me off. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I keep like mental notes of anything that I could ever, like, on every person that ever interacts with me. I'm just like, if you fuck me over, let me tell you what I know.
Damn. I'm
So-
I'm afraid now.
Yeah. I like no. I would absolutely do the same thing that Mrs. Nichols did if it was justified, which what she did I don't think was.
I don't think hers is justified. I think if you catch like text and everything from the guy and he's, I don't want to say like that they're like planning to run off together. That's the level that you need to be worried about, because I don't know. I'm going to go back to the show notes because just simply I kind of like talked myself through it. Um, I guess without like airing all my dirty laundry, which I don't really care at this point, because doesn't everybody know everything about my love life anyways now? Like,
Yeah.
well, no, they don't know everything
not
about my love
really.
life, but they do know enough of like what has happened over the years.
Mhm.
My biggest thing is that like last it was last March, um, I found out that the guy that had been with like on and off for a few years, very much on and off, as you know, was sleeping with his ex. Like, she's married. Him and I were pretty, I mean, we were together at the time, so whatever. And I went absolutely ballistic.
Yeah.
But I did it all offline.
No. You're a liar.
I did not come out and say right then and
Not
there.
public online,
No, God, no, not public online at all.
but there was a group DM.
Oh, you mean what I did like months later?
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Okay, I'll
That
share
was
that one.
online.
That was online, but I'm not talking initially. Like, when I initially found out, my
Yeah.
first reaction was to go to him and ruin his life with
Yeah.
my words.
Or
And
talk it out. Like, you guys did talk it out initially.
we talked it out because I was stupid enough to think it's going to change. I'm just going to let you know, like, from my personal experience, it's not going to change. Like, and I know how I am as a person. I've cheated on so many people, and it sounds horrible saying that, but that's who I am as a person. I can't do monogamy. And if you know this, like, don't be in a relationship if you know that there's some really bad, not bad, but like habits that could potentially ruin your relationship. That's where I'm going with this, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but like, if there's something not being met in your relationship, and this is my biggest thing, if you are not having sex with your wife or husband or whatever, and you have to go outside of your marriage for that, okay, but fucking tell them or talk about it before you do it, because 9 times out of 10, like, when kids are involved, people just want they're together even though they know that they don't have sex. There's no love there. There's no longing for each other. You don't miss each other. You dread the other one coming home. You dread having to go to events with them. That's when you realize, I shouldn't be in this. Like, you can have a sexless marriage, I think 100%, if you're okay, like, not having, you do other things. Like, there's other stuff that you could do. But I think that at this point, especially with the situation that they're in, it's so common to just get back together, smooth it over for the kids, and not talk about what the problem is. And the problem is right there. He's going elsewhere to get laid.
Right.
Because he's not, like, you're not doing it. There's no communication there, whatever. You have to get back to the problem. So I don't care why they're, like, I don't care what has happened. I don't care if, like, he's gone off and, like, started a whole ass relationship with somebody else. If you go back to the, like, start of it all and you say, hey, where did we go wrong? Like, say both of us, not just one, not just one person to blame, but actually sit down and look at it, then you could start working out the issues. And that's where I went with it. But you know how difficult it was? You know how difficult it was. Like, when I decided, okay, I'm back in this, we're going to go, like, we went the route, like, we're going to go 100%, 0 to 60. We're going to go from mildly hating each other and the sight of each other and just being together because it's easy to we're going to get married.
Right.
Within 3 months. It happened. And that was also the wrong thing to do. So doubling down on that, it's like, there's only a couple routes that this can go. And I think, I don't know, what would you do? Like, I know that these hypotheticals suck and they're dumb most of the time. But like, when it comes down to, if you were in that situation, you said that you would already go crazy. Then what? What happens after that? Like, what would the route be for you?
Well, I mean, I don't have kids and I won't ever have kids. So it's
Right.
easy for me to be like, and then I'm gone.
And then bye.
I'd be like, I can show you like 8 other dudes that would rather like be around, you know?
Yeah.
So like, my whole thing is, you want me or you don't. And the minute you don't, like, goodbye. Well, I got other places to be, not waste my time here.
Yeah.
But I had nothing, like, I have nothing tying me to any other human ever. And I keep it that way for that reason, like, because you don't know, you never know. Shit'll happen. I have my own bank account and I will keep my own bank account for forever.
Right.
Like, my money is my money, you know? I keep everything separate and it's always just for that, well, what if
The what
something
if.
goes wrong?
I feel like we could teach a class on like how to keep your shit from going south, but same time I don't have that much energy. Just like be smart. And sometimes you just can't help people. Like a
Right.
great way to get out of these situations is don't have 4 kids with somebody that you can't trust. But that's the easy route. That's the easy thing. Oh my god. Fucking
Right.
dad bod just posted, "You're lucky my lawyer's in Aruba" t-shirt.
Oh my gosh, that's a good one. David, thanks for joining. We have recapped the tweets, so if you missed those, we have gone over that so far and then are talking
So
now.
basically
We have not gotten to the inside scoop stuff that we have that you guys do not.
basically the inside tweets and the inside information that we have corresponds with all the stuff that we're talking about, because this is the other question. The other second question I have, because I know that you were like, okay, so what would you do? This is mine. Would you be more mad at side chick or the husband? Alleged side
Oh, you
chick,
have
I'm
no
sorry.
right to be mad at the side chick.
Okay.
It's not her relationship.
All right. So there's the other thing. This guy, the mama needs wine. Her name's Bridget. If you guys missed that, she suspended her Twitter account. She didn't delete it. She just suspended it until the crazy tweeting and everything else went away a little bit, because I think that that's the right thing that you should do, is just like dip out for a minute. But everyone gets mad at the side chick, the alleged side chick. The way that it happened, though, was the most beautiful thing that I'd ever seen. And like, I'm talking, like, I've seen a lot of lines from a lot of messy, and I watch, like, like I said earlier, I think it was last week, I was bitching about how I was watching public access TV because I was too lazy to find the remote and change it. I'm like,
Right.
oh my god, it's divorce court. This is amazing.
Gosh.
It's just messy. And so when her phone number was plastered everywhere and her photos of her kid were put on the internet, she handled it really well.
She did.
I was
She was
kind
more
of
mature than I would have.
I'm like, and then like the other thing that we forgot to mention is that Mrs. Nichols decided to post her boudoir photo shoot. And like the thing that we found out from her Instagram, the only thing that we really found out is that she's been on a weight loss journey. I guess they both have. They've both been working out. They've both been on this health kick. And like homeboy posts like motivational quotes like he just got dumped.
Yeah, he does. He does, and conveniently the last one made me laugh really hard, which you can share here in a second. But Mrs. Nichols, the only part, I mean, I would have done the same thing you did. I would have gone and taken over his account and posted stuff. I would not have attacked the side chick though, because there's no point. It was him that you should be mad at. But her shining moment for me was posting her own thirst traps like on there. I'm like, yes, that is also something.
I'm like, okay, so you went and took your boudoir photo shoot. That, by the way, was in like, I think it was a swimsuit.
I don't
Was
think so.
that
I think it was
lingerie?
it was a teddy, like a flowy thing, I think.
It was. Okay, I have her.
Like a baby doll thing.
Don't worry, I have it saved. Oh, no, it definitely was like a swimsuit.
Was it?
Hold
on, let's go look. We're all gonna go look
Look at
together,
it. That
except not you
fabric-
guys because you weren't there.
That fabric is so fucking swimsuit.
We can't find
That's
it.
not a
I've been
flowy
things
teddy.
on my
That's like,
life.
it has ruching on it.
It looks like satin.
It looks like compression wear.
Okay. Well, anyway, she posted her thirst traps, which she looked great in them, but they're not current, so that was a little bit confusing because she's lost a lot of weight since then.
Yeah, so it says that her starting weight, she's like down like literally 100 pounds, which is awesome. Good for her.
An athletic teddy? Yeah, maybe. It was a tennis
sports
teddy.
bra? Like, no, you guys suck. That is not
No, no.
If that's the kind of like
Lycra.
lingerie that you're wearing in bed, then I have a few comments about your sex life. That's all.
Well, it worked. She got 4 kids.
Yeah, it did work. And now you need a compression shirt to put on. I'm just saying, like,
Some
good
people,
God.
maybe he's a big football fan. Maybe he's into that, like Under Armour lingerie.
Okay, I really can't talk because we literally just said, or I just said, be into what your man's into in the bedroom to just kind of smooth things along.
Yeah.
She had posted them on her account a while back, but I just want to see like how current they are because we've had multiple people be like, there is no way that that's the same chick.
What is current? The boudoir pictures?
Yeah, I don't think they are at all. Because I'm like,
No, they're
looking,
not current. You can see on her Instagram from her running pictures, she's gotten very athletic and
yeah. Well, I think she
leaned
still
out
looks
quite a
like
bit.
she still looks because she lost the weight obviously, so she did boudoir, and she still looks good. Like I'm not gonna like she posted a before and after. You guys can see it. Like she looks hot as shit. You'll see it in 5 minutes, Megan. Ignore the fact that my nails aren't
wait.
done, okay?
Yep.
But it's very much
Compression lingerie. They're loving that.
okay. That's what it looks like. I'm sorry.
We
like,
can't see that.
but I have teddies, whatever, and they're like they do not cling to anything. But then there's other guys like we talked about A-Rod on Monday, being into latex or whatever he could possibly be into.
No, we voted silk.
Yeah, silk. But like just bringing up like their weird kinks, like maybe his thing, like you said.
He likes athletic wear in the bedroom.
Okay, so couple.
He's not on Twitter to defend himself, so until otherwise proven,
Yeah,
he
we're just gonna
likes
speculate,
Under Armour
bitches.
lingerie.
That's what we do here. That's what we're on to. But so with that being said, what were we even going off of? It was the
Just keep
her
thinking about
thirst
how
traps.
compression is good for blood flow.
What?
It's nothing.
Compression is good for blood flow? Is that the route that they just went? That's incredible.
Okay, anyway,
The thirst trap posting of her own thirst traps was very impressive.
I loved it. Honestly, like thinking back at that point, like if I had hit that point, I would have been like, yes, this is all I'm going to continue doing now is just posting my own pictures on my husband's account, who has a fair amount of followers, not a lot, but she's not on Twitter, so
Yeah,
it's 400
compared to
people
her
that
like
probably don't know her.
12 followers. And,
Yeah,
but like
so-
this drew a lot of attention. So it wasn't just like Kansas City paying attention. Like I had my friends in Baltimore, like Baltimore Twitter was like, what the fuck is going on? I think it's because Black Twitter got a hold of it and they were just roasting him because the jokes were hilarious.
Like, what were some of them? Do you have them?
People were tweeting like these different random like reaction videos. They would have reaction videos like you walk into a room and see that your wife is fighting with the side chick on the timeline and you just like slowly tiptoe out, or like everything's on fire and it's like live look at James and it's like James is just sitting there. It's the dog that's in the room on fire.
Oh no.
We had one of them was they posted that damn kitchen fight scene from like somewhere in Alabama. Do you remember that? It was like the giant chick and the one she's like, and it's like the two guys are fighting over a man and it's like the one guy's like, get outside, go outside, we're not doing this in the house again. And like the one chick is huge and she's like beating the shit out of this other one that has like caterpillars for eyebrows. It like was recently all over Twitter and Instagram, but it was like fucking funny as hell. And so somebody posted like Mama Needs Wine versus Steph Nichols and like tagged them, and so they had like the two little, you know, like when you pin letters, so they're just like floating and back and forth, but like it was funny as fuck what they were coming up with. That's all.
That's funny.
Like, what did you see people tweeting about?
Honestly, I didn't see any funny reaction videos and I'm really upset because I probably would have stayed on it longer.
I think that's why I've been on it so much, because but then people started sending me information.
Yeah.
So I got those pictures. Sorry, I'm playing with my boobs right now, which I'm sure people don't mind that much, but whatever. They're annoying me. Oh, sorry. Anyways, they started sending me information. I would send it to you and be like, what the fuck is this? So when Bridget got back online, we'll go to that part.
Yeah. So Bridget, the side chick.
Alleged. We have to say alleged because
no, it was proven.
It was proven that they talking.
They didn't bang, but she's still a side chick.
Right. It's like side piece. We'll just call it side piece.
Side piece.
Yeah, because like to be the chick, you actually, I feel like, have to.
I guess she's like the side victim. Like, at least from her point of view, is that he led the charge on that.
This is great. This is a cheating whore just like me behind my wife's back. We like to send illicit content back and forth just because we can. If my wife would have not found out, I probably would have been living it up and hot dog down the hallway pussy. That's the other thing that Stephanie tweeted about her.
I did not see that.
So then Bridget responds back to this when, because it was Laylo816. I don't know if you guys follow her and Kevin. They have a really funny podcast and it's all about Chief stuff. And she said it was a top 5 tweet right here, and then Bridget responds back like, I'm a little triggered. Like, Bridget has doubled down and gone in on, like, she went through responding to everyone. She even went down, here's a math equation for her: married dude plus my DMs plus wifey equals bomb firework fire eye roll emoji.
That's so funny.
This is, I mean, she's really owning it too. So she's going through all of these, and she, like, last night she sent me the voicemail.
Yes. So while I was reading those initial tweets from Stephanie on James's account, she referred to Bridget and said, "You better take that voicemail seriously," which I can't. You have to play it. So
Are we ready?
I don't know how anybody could, but here we go.
Okay, I'm gonna quote tweet again and let everyone know I'm playing the voicemail.
Yeah,
because
well, actually, we'll give it a second.
Well, no, because I have to tell the story behind the voicemail, because last night, we are talking, like, Bridget and I were talking, and then she said, you should hear the voicemail. Like, so we're going to go all the way back, and she saw that I tweeted out, we might have a special guest on the show, and she was initially just like, oh my God, what are you talking about? Like, who's going to be on the show? And I'm like, I'm just fucking with you. I'm literally just saying that because I had gotten photoshopped, Instagram posts of the charger and the U-Haul. Like, I need to clarify that was sent to me. They were jokes. It was not like real pictures of a crashed charger. And I think some people on the internet or Twitter at least found out that the charger photo was doctored. So, like, somebody just took the screenshots of his Twitter or his Instagram account and then put the charger on there, and then his Twitter page, whatever. People, I mean, it's 2019. They can Photoshop anything. You're fine. So she was like, well, oh my God. Obvious. What?
It was obvious only because Gat uses dark mode.
That's also true. That's
the only way I knew. I was like, these aren't real.
These aren't real because you use dark mode because darkness. So she goes, I said, hey, we're down for you to come on the show. So hop in my DMs. Let's talk. Let's get to the bottom of this, because you know me. I live for messy shit as long as it doesn't involve me. I think it's great. So she said to me, I'll think about it, about coming on the show. I think it's obvious she's not here right now. So she made up her mind. She goes, she left me a voicemail, posted my number, and Facebook messaged my ex-husband.
Oh.
I go, that's insane. She said my phone blew up all night from random messages and requests for money on Cash App. So y'all took her phone number and started asking her for money.
Okay.
Hell of a thing to do.
I didn't even think about that.
So this is my favorite line from Bridget too. She goes, really? I want to know if she smashed the charger for real. I'm so tempted to text him. Bridget!
Oh my God.
Bridget,
yes, Bridget.
Do that.
Do it.
Actually, Bridget, please text him. We want to know we need to know an update.
Text him.
Is he alive?
Yeah, I would like to know if he's alive, actually.
She got so Stephanie Crazy Nichols was saying, she messaged the ex husband. It's like, is this your wife? Because if so, she's been sleeping with my brother-in-law. Oh, she got other family involved with this.
What?
Yeah, so she had other people texting and saying, and so, like, it's just screenshots from people in her family that she had people in her family being contacted about her and this, like, random DM relationship that they had, which is absolutely insane. So
that is insane.
This is, I forgot last night that I asked for the voicemail. I said, hey, you can email it to me or send it to my phone number. So when I woke up this morning, I don't want to say that I was out of it, because I definitely took some of the best medical grade edibles I've ever had in my life last night. And I was definitely out of it last night. So I remember, like, I fell asleep probably, I can't remember, like 11ish or so. I don't know. And one of the last things I had tweeted was, please send me this voicemail. I sent her my number in a DM and sent her my email address, like my real personal number. So it's not just like trap phone. I'm like, this is how dedicated I am to finding this out.
Real number.
So I
Big
wake
deal.
up this morning to this. Oh my god, it's so bad. Ready?
Yep. The voicemail.
Here you go. Yes, this is Stephanie Nichols. You've been messaging my husband, James Nichols, on Twitter and on his phone, and you need to stop that fucking shit. Like right fucking now. Okay? Have a good day.
Could you hear that?
I can't laugh at that. Yes, you can hear it.
Okay, so you guys can hear it. Just one more time.
Here you go. Yes, this is Stephanie Nichols. You've been messaging my husband, James Nichols, on Twitter and on his phone, and you need to stop that fucking shit. Like right fucking now. Okay? Have a good day.
I'm literally sound clipping that ending and just posting it anytime somebody's annoying. Like, okay?
Okay.
Hey.
Have a good day. What the fuck? Whew.
Take that seriously. Try to.
I just have to one more time. I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
Yes, this is Stephanie Nichols. You've been messaging my husband, James Nichols, on Twitter and on his phone, and you need to stop that fucking shit. Like right fucking now. Okay? Have a good day.
I want to TikTok that shit.
It's literally
You've been messaging
I'm
my husband
replying to
on
everybody with
Twitter,
that.
and you need to stop that right fucking now. Okay? Have a good day. Whoo, child.
I don't know that that would ever be my response. Like, I don't even know
I am
where
here
that
for
one came
it.
from.
Messy, 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 messy. Messy. All right. So we've gone over this. The screenshots we've talked about were not real. That was not a real charger, but people
It was a
were
real charger. It was not hers.
Oh, it's not hers. It was not really hers or theirs. Somebody had that thing smashed at one point. Oops. So with that being said, she then doubled down. Not only she got that voicemail, which to me isn't threatening. It's just like, this is my thing. And if you guys want to hear the hottest take of all time, this is how I feel about marriage in general. And it's not what the show feels. It's not how Megan feels. Just tell me.
That's what the show feels.
We're not taking a stance on this, but all I have to say is that if you find out that your partner, your spouse, whoever it is, whoever that it is, like your fuck buddy, if you are personally hurt by somebody else having sex with another person, okay, that's fine. And the problem with it is that in nowhere in any law book does it say that if your spouse cheats on you, that it's fucking illegal. It's not illegal. And that's where I'm at on it. I have to sit here, and if I say that I don't deal with gray area, which I don't, it's black or white. Is this against the law? No, it is not against the law to cheat on your spouse. Is it frowned upon? Yeah, you probably shouldn't do it. It makes people uncomfortable it makes anybody uncomfortable. Like, we're talking, even if you are happily married and you tell somebody that you're a swinger, like, people do not understand non-traditional relationships. Like, a majority of people. Some people do. But it just, to me, I can't get mad about it. Like, I'm just like, okay, well, in no point can I call the cops. Like, you can't call the cops. My husband cheated on me. He needs to leave. Nah, that's something between you and God, ma'am. You, God, and your husband, whatever you believe in. Like, the cops have nothing. The law has nothing to do with cheating. It comes down to what your morals are, what your stance is on stuff. But it's not illegal. I don't think that's anything that Bridget did. Bridget, if you sent nudes, I don't care. You're single.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't feel like it's a situation that an alleged involvement that Bridget had. It is alleged to me because we never saw screenshots of what they were talking about or how they were talking. But Bridget said this in the most poetic and beautiful way when asked about it by one of our friends, Anthony. She goes, I mean, the situation sucks. I feel bad for her, But he's the one that switched it from sports talk to 10 ways he wanted to bend me over.
Yeah.
What a beautiful line. And it's so
It is a
true.
beautiful line. And like the definition of almost any cool girls DMs, like that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, if you are, I mean, I like to say moderately attractive. If you look like that you are somewhat of a sexual human being, you're gonna get DMs if you're a female. Like, that's just what happens.
Mm-hmm.
If you put yourself out there at all, if you have your cleavage showing or whatever. I mean, but like, we're not stupid. I think that that's the thing that we go back on. If we're posting thirst traps, like, what was it? I can't remember what I did. Oh, yes, Monday. I posted that thing, the Auburn.
We all remember.
We all remember. You're naked all the time and nobody like badgers you about it.
I was like, boop.
You saved it? Why?
It's an inspirational post.
Oh my God, I hate you. The amount of times that I got told that I looked like a blow up doll was inspirational to me on Monday. I'm like, oh my God, it's my dream. And then you tagged me in Fleshlight things.
Yeah, Fleshlight's looking for sponsor partners. Hello.
So what exactly does it like entail? Do we get it like Fleshlights made after us?
I don't know. I guess I didn't think about that. Like, we're not getting any benefit of them unless they want to give us like money.
I mean, that's the problem. That's what I think the problem is with sports radio here in town, is that they have so many fucking rules. Like, you can't cuss, FCC. You can't have strip clubs advertising on your airwaves because it's not family friendly. It's like, we, honest to God, have an incredible benefit by going against the grain and not having any of those complications.
Yeah. Fleshlight wants to sponsor me. Awesome. You saved me so much time.
Fleshlight is that's okay. So yeah, that'd be a perfect tie-in right now. Here's a great way to fix your fucking problem, Stephanie. Get your man a Fleshlight.
Yeah, I mean that would be some of it. He's still gonna be jerking off to not you though, apparently. So,
but I feel
really not
like
gonna solve all your problems.
In marriage, though, you're with the same person, or like that's traditional marriage. You're with the same person forever, and you have to work around that at some point. Like, I don't know why people like get married and then they're like, okay, well, it'll just all work itself out. No, you literally have to work at this stuff every single day. Like, if you want an active sex life, you're gonna have to talk to your partner about having an active sex life. You're gonna have to actually make the effort to discuss what you like and what you don't.
Agreed. And do it.
And actually, yeah, and mostly. That's the other part. Follow through with it. If you're gonna have like this long drawn out conversation about like, okay, so what is it gonna take for us to have a better sex life, or for us to like spark things back up? I've never been able to do that. I guess I just leave. Like, I'm bored with you. I need to go now.
Right.
So good luck, I guess. This is my one thing. Please promise me that you will not go the threesome route. That is such a typical, like, my husband cheated on me or was talking dirty to other girls, so let me fake being bisexual and let me fake being into other chicks to help it save our marriage, because that's also going to open up a whole other mess. Like that, but I don't know, maybe I just know too many people going through this stuff right now. But isn't that like solid advice? Like, don't bring somebody else into it until you figure out your guys' own shit.
Oh yeah, you need to figure out on your own or whatever. And like, we don't know what the cheating from years ago was.
Oh
like,
yeah,
if it was just the same thing that they were DMing, he was getting thirsty with girls. Like, is he still like at your house? Are you guys still sexually active together? And maybe like him DMing these other chicks is what it takes to get him going. Then let him do it. You know, like, I know like everybody in their mind, every girl has this idea of what traditional marriage is, but let's be real. No. No.
Yeah.
I can tell you from the amount of married men in my DMs that no. But if he's still coming home to you at night, then let it happen.
That's a great point, because flirting is one thing. Flirting to, I guess, keep their mind active. Married guys in the DMs, though, I don't really like. It's like, okay, you're married, great. I have a goldfish. Are we talking about other shit that doesn't matter? Like, if you're coming to me as honest to God, no ill intentions, like you're claiming, why the fuck does it matter if you're married or not?
No,
That's why I have
it
a lot of
doesn't matter.
questions.
And guys and girls can be friends, and that's totally fine if that's what you're there for. But like most of them are not.
Yeah.
So
And like I got yesterday, I sent you a screenshot of it. This guy, it popped up in my like message requests, and it said, "My wife won't let me follow you on Instagram."
yeah, that was so funny.
I'm like, okay, well that's fine. That's what throws me off every single time, because like I'm fully clothed for the most part on Instagram. Like, some people like to say that I'm not. I've had people that know me from a professional setting, like an actual professional setting, where I've been on like boards of things and like helped out with like actual community events and all this stuff, and they've been following me on Instagram, and I'm like, I gave you bitches a fair warning.
Right.
Fair warning. I said, here's my personal account. If you just want family and like friend post stuff and like pictures of like my everyday life, go there. And I only approve people that I actually trust and know in real life, and that are actual friends of mine. So like there's that route, but like it just doesn't make sense to me that like going after this chick, she is not actively out there posting their straps. I went through Bridget's media. She's not like out there like posting pictures of her tits or her ass being like, hey guys, what's up? She's just doing what every other sports fan that's a female does on Twitter and talks about sports. Is it rare for women to be that active in Chiefs Twitter? I don't think so, because I see Chiefs Twitter as very I feel like it's balanced out quite a bit. I feel like there's strong female voices of Chiefs Twitter. I think that there's strong voices of every type in Chiefs Twitter community. So maybe I'm just ignorant to lack of diversity there, but I feel like we're all pretty well represented. And you know, just because a chick likes football or just because a person likes football and also has a vagina does not mean that they want to be told 10 ways that you want to bend them over.
Right.
But that we were talking about this the pre-show. If you guys missed it, like that's our that's my DMs, but your DMs when you're like mostly provocatively posed and half naked are just like super tame, and I don't know how I fix that. Like,
yeah, I don't know what causes the switch, because we said it in the pre-show, like we talk to the same people a lot of the time, and hers is rated R for no reason at all, and mine is like rated G, like for family.
Like, welcome to my Disney Channel, and then it's like with me, hey, this is Pornhub.
Right, and I'm the one posting the Pornhub content. Like,
honest to God, like if I started dating somebody, and like this is my biggest thing. People have said this, a few people, and like you and I have talked about this off air, so it's not anything new to you. They're like, isn't that like a lot though? Because like, you know, she's half naked and your brand, and I'm like, our brand is the most adaptable, evolving, changing thing that has ever existed with Megan and I. We are constantly evolving what we're doing. You know, I just turned 31 and I have no idea what my brand is anymore because I've done so many things. Like I've been the K-State chick. I've been the shit talking sports betting side of it, you know, early in my career. Do I want to bring that back? Do I want to do this? You know, you found what you love doing and you're great at doing it. So like, yeah, you look damn good naked. Just saying. Not that you see, not that you're naked in any of those, but whatever. Anyways, but like,
subscribe to find out if I am or not.
Finger guns.
Just kidding.
No, but really though, and like guys will message me and be like, "You're so hot," and I'm like, ugh. First of all, see me in real life. Catch me outside. How about that? Catch me when it's breakfast on a Monday and I look like I've crawled out of a tanning bed, which I had, but not the point.
Oh yeah.
But like guys that I start talking to, they're like, whoa, your best friend's really hot. And I'm like, I know, you should go subscribe to it. And that's honest to God. If I tell you, just take your money and give $5 to $60 fucking dollars to Glitter over here for a creative fee, that helps me out, because if you're happy, I'm happy. We're in a partnership here. Like, happy wife, happy life. You're my work wife. Yeah. And if you're happy, then I am. So I don't give a fuck if I start dating somebody and they're like, damn, she looks good. I'm like, great. That's half the foreplay done. Great. Just go look at that and then come back to me and we're good.
Oh my God.
Like, just pretend that's me. Okay, let's go. Makes it easier.
And that's me.
But like, don't chicks want hot girlfriends? Because like
No.
I do. I don't want like.
I'll have like one.
Okay. But you don't. Okay. There's a difference though. Like like the squads that people assemble, where they're just like Vegas hot all together. But like, I want my girlfriends to like feel and look their best. Like I don't want them to be fucking hunchbacks just so I look better. Like
no.
I am a hunchback. It's cool.
No, you're not. I want confident friends, and that does come with like looking good or whatever. But yeah, definitely don't want like sorority squad.
Well, and that's like one of the other things that people forget is that there's such a wide range. Like we're talking about men in a very narrow margin. We're talking about the type of man that searches out strange pussy on Twitter. We're not talking about every married man. We're not talking about every single situation. So like there's going to be different attractions for different people, and there's going to be things like that's another thing like that I've heard a lot is like, hey, that guy's wife is super hot. Why is he sleeping with that chick? I'm like, because that chick does anal.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of, but come on, that's exactly it. Like she's doing something that homegirl won't.
Right.
That's all it is.
Right.
So just explore boundaries, figure it out on your own. And, you know, I'm on the side of whatever. Monogamy isn't my thing, so I can't expect other people to do it. So it's kind of funny. I just kind of had to laugh at the situation because it's like, so what's the resolution here? And that's where you go from it. Like you either get divorced, which is a lot. And I think the whole reason that like we're avoiding that option in general is because it would really hurt the kids and the family.
Yeah.
And if you're staying together for that anyways, then just let him go do his thing. Never let it affect your life. My boundaries were if I ever come across like somebody, if I'm with someone, like I'm actually like with the person that I'm dating and we're at a bar or like we're somewhere where the other person is, like that person has to leave. Like they can't stay there. They know that. But like I would also be really upfront about other things, and I would not cross like my side piece at this place versus who I'm actually with, and they would never. But then I did get it really messy at one point in the summer, and it got really bad, and you remember that.
Yeah.
So I'm not claiming to be an angel, okay? Like I had an ongoing thing while like everything else was going on in my life. Like it's okay, but he understood it, I understood it, and we moved on from there. It's like, but the one thing that is so important is you don't make the other first person feel stupid. You have to communicate with them. If you want an open relationship to work, you have to be able to say, I want sex with somebody else, and this is why. It has nothing to do with you. I need this, this, and this out of my sex life for me to be happy. Are you going to provide that for me, or are we going to figure something else out? Whether either we're not together or we stay together and I just have something that's under the rug and it will never affect our personal life. I'll never be like, sorry, I can't go to grandma's funeral. I have a dick appointment with my side chick. That's never going to happen. But making sure that, you know, you get your needs taken care of, because you can't be in a relationship where you're not taken care of. So
agreed. And there's a million ways. Like open marriage does not mean that he is sleeping with somebody new every other day. Like you guys can figure out like a million different ways if you want to stay together and your home life's working, but just your sex life isn't, or whatever. Like figure it out.
I love how this is now Nature Takes with Megan and her bird.
I know. He's so loud.
He knows because birds aren't real. It's a government drone trying to ruin our show.
Like, he's like, what did you say about open marriage?
Do you think my little Robin wife will do that too?
Like, Christians do not agree. But yeah, I mean, whatever makes you happy, do it. Maybe if you want to go internet crazy, I support you, but directed at the right person.
Yes.
Side chick Bridget was not the one that needed to be dragged here. Is she completely innocent? No, I assume she knows that James was married.
He told her, this is the fun part, he told her that it's not working out, so it was okay. So he flat out lied.
Well, obviously, if he's been cheating on her for 3 years.
Yeah, that's the other thing I guess we never really got back to. Like we mentioned at the beginning, you were very adamant about this. 3 years. Why would you stay with him?
don't stay with him or don't get mad about it. Accept that that is what you are willing to deal with. That's your threshold. Fine. But like you're staying, and if he knows that you're staying after that, like he doesn't have to worry about you leaving, you know, kind of thing.
This
So,
is like Chloe and Tristan level shit.
yeah. Yeah.
He
like,
stays
Chloe's
and
so
cheats
cool.
because he can.
Yeah.
Like you don't punish him. You don't tell him like this isn't gonna work. You literally just let it happen. So why would he change anything else?
No, and he'll keep doing it. And that's, I mean, if you're cool with it, then we're cool with it. Like, do whatever you need to make it work. But, like, you don't get to get mad at the side chick. Like, privately, maybe I would have probably also sent not that voicemail, but something
Okay, I
along
just have
the
to listen
lines
to it one
of
more
that.
time.
Okay.
Okay, one
I
more
can't.
time, and I promise I'll
can't.
stop. I promise I'll stop. Maybe no. I don't know. No, that is not the right voicemail. Don't play that one.
Ooh, play them. Play them.
That was really bad. That would have been very not zen.
Yes, this is Stephanie Nichols.
Put it closer.
Messaging my husband, James Nichols, on Twitter and on his phone, and you need to stop that fucking shit. Like right fucking now. Okay? Have a good day.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. She's like, yeah.
I can't. That's
She
like
went Little John
an
on him.
in-person salon. Like we ran into each other at a grocery store. Way to handle it. Like, okay,
Okay.
I can't actually yell at you because my kids are here, but okay. Like that kind of thing. Like
Okay.
not super intimidating, Mrs. Nichols. Not inspiring fear. But yeah, I mean, I probably would have sent something like that, but there's no need to drag her on the internet like she did and post her phone number. That's
The
a
phone
bit
number thing
ridiculous.
is where-
Post James's phone number. Like, let people yell at James. Girl Twitter would have freaked out on James for you if you had not done it poorly.
Well, especially because I feel like girl Twitter is very much aware of, and like we're very much a gang of. I wouldn't say that like we're gonna always err on the side of like outing the guy, but women are very much, when they get into a herd mentality, they will band together and take somebody down. Like I've seen it happen, so I wouldn't push it if I were you, James. Just do what she says.
Yeah. Okay.
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 Have a good day.
Oh gosh. Yeah. No. Just what is happening outside of my house right
I don't
now?
know. I can't hear anything, so it's
You
kinda
can't?
No, I can't hear shit.
You can't hear me, or you can't hear outside.
I can't hear outside.
Oh, okay.
If I couldn't hear,
Legit.
if I couldn't hear you, then I wouldn't be able to be
It's
responding to you.
Shut up.
You can't hear shit. No, I can't. What? You can't hear me?
Shut up.
What the
Anyway.
fuck?
Anyway.
I don't
So,
know
if
how
you guys have
microphones
any
work.
hot takes on cheating or marriage or how they can fix it, let us know. I mean, like you said, you're single. You have been in a side chick before.
Yeah, all the time. What up?
I've been a side chick. I was a home wrecking motherfucker for a while. So we have no morals as far as that goes. Like,
Well, it's kind of funny because it got to the point in my life where, and I'm not ashamed of this, like I will literally talk about, if anybody asks me about it, if you have any more questions, ask me. I'm not going to incriminate myself, so don't ask who it was with. But there have been rumors my entire life, like since I was able to be like pinned down as sexually active, of like my life and what's been going on with it. And like it was probably like a year ago, I go, Mom, I met somebody, and she just looked at me, she's like, is he married? What?
Oh.
Mother, don't call rude.
wow.
And he wasn't, so it was really nice. Good news.
That's a really nice change.
It was a really nice change. Good news. No longer around, so it works out. But no, it blows my mind because I think that there's situations that you could, justify this in, and I just don't see any situation where James can justify lying about his relationship status, throwing somebody else under the bus in it, and honest to God, like ruining this chick's, like if it was me getting called out like this, where I do have, we have this public platform and we are somewhat of public figures, even though I'm not a fucking role model, so don't look up to me. I'm just saying, stop asking me to speak at schools. I should not be influencing People
Yes.
with this brand and who I am with this brand, no. Who I am as a regular day-to-day person, yes. But like, oh my God. Like, you don't get to, I guess, play innocent in this situation. Like, you know, if he told you there was a wife at all involved, that's when you're like, okay, I either have to, that's when you accept a role. You're either okay with it and you just go the physical route, or you're not okay with it and you say you're not and you end it there. But she chose to know that there was a possible chance of this. And I think that's any time that you get involved with a married person, you know that they might not be honest. Like, I literally flat out until 2 weeks ago was told by somebody that they were separated and that they weren't with this person anymore.
Yeah.
And then up until it was 2 weeks ago when I found out not only were they still married, very much still married, and lying about being separated, that they're with somebody else from Twitter that they've had issues with her freaking out and telling people's spouses about. She's like, for real, like, I think professional side chick. I think this chick on Twitter is. And that's like her forte, is ruining people's lives. And it's terrifying. It's honest to God terrifying. And this guy just fucking ate it up, knowing what he was getting into, knowing that at any time he could lose his family, his situation, honest to God, probably his job and everything, and just fucking stuck it in her anyways. Because that's what happens when you get addicted to a lifestyle and addicted to a certain way of living. And I go back to that age-old saying, is like, you have the love life that you want, the love life that you choose. Like, you can choose at any given time, if you're not married to somebody, that is, to walk away and to end it and to never talk to that person again. It's possible. So it's like, if you like messy situations, you're going to be in a messy situation. I like drama. So my love life is usually full of drama, me trying to dump somebody 5 times and they won't let me. And that's how I know it's my soulmate. It's because they won't get rid of me.
Right. If you don't fight with them and they fight for you, then, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
it's really
Please
boring.
stop
I'm like,
fighting
you fought for me and you won't let me break up with you. Like, this is annoying. Ugh.
So annoying. Yeah, you can make it work. Make anything work. I was born a good Catholic. Nobody got divorced. They just figured it out. So.
And that's what you do. You move, you survive in advance. That's what marriage is every fucking day.
Figure it out or leave. I don't care. Divorce is not hard anymore, unless you have children. Children make things difficult.
They do, but in the long run, they're gonna thank you. I'm from a divorced household, and Jesus Christ, they work together now. And I found out over the weekend that my dad is a Virgo, Aries moon, Virgo rising, and my mom is a Capricorn, Taurus, and Aquarius rising. Jesus Christ, that is fighty boys. Like, my mom is basically off in like Twinkle Toe land, and my dad is angry, sudden. Like, I read this one part of his star chart and I died. I was like, it was sudden outbursts of anger can be directed towards any and everyone, usually goes for visceral attacks and leaves nobody in their wake unharmed. And I go, oh my God, that's whenever my dad and I fight every single day.
Yeah, you guys are knocked down, drag out.
It's funny though.
Physical, but...
Like, that's the other part about dating me, that if you want to date me, you're going to have to be okay with like screaming at any given point. And you guys have been roasting me in group chats and everything else about with the Aries memes that have been coming out, because we're at the end of Aries season, and they keep coming out with all these like bad Aries memes, like all the like, because at the beginning they wanted to make us happy, so they posted all the great things about us, and now we're getting all the negative ones where it's like
all of the fighting stuff.
Like, if Aries says they're busy, what are they doing? Getting angry, starting a fight, or passed out. That's literally it. I'm either or having sex. You never know, but most of the time fighting.
Most of the time fighting. Yeah, I don't know. We should have done the Nichols' star charts.
We should have, but that's too much work. Too much work for people that we will all forget about in like a week. Like, don't you think this is going to be over
I'm
for
not
you?
going to remember it. Yeah, I'm waiting for him to... First of all, he did not lose a single Twitter follower.
Yeah, how do you do that? I post like the hottest thirst trap of all time if you're an Auburn fan. Sorry if you're not. And I lost 3 followers. I'm like, how? I'm cute, right?
Yeah, he didn't lose any over this, which, I mean, whatever. And then, like, don't be sloppy. This is what the conversation started with, is that you guys are sloppy. Twitter of Kansas City. Wifey wouldn't have known all of this if you just deleted your messages. Like, if you're going to cheat on your wife, cover your tracks, you know? And if you're cheating on your wife and it's not allowed, obviously, in this case, cover your tracks a little bit. Don't, like, and also, how did she just get into your Twitter account? Like, why is that so easy to do? You are constantly messaging your side chick. I see the DMs, or not the DMs, but like the replies to all of her tweets and things. And some other Casey Twitter, it's gonna be mean, but they need to know it. Some Casey Twitter bicycles. Some
Which
other
I avoided being
in
one
the
of
club.
them. Can we just say I avoided it?
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
God. I got out
Some
of my
other
cycle of sleeping
women
with strangers on Twitter.
in the Casey Twitter club of being passed around. I see you replying to all of them, so I guarantee those DMs were not PG either. So,
we might not say a lot. We might not, like, that's the thing about women though, and especially on Twitter, all the undercurrents that go on. Like, I delete my, okay, I will straight up, if anybody is worried about this, and I know that there's going to be a few, because I know who you are. I will just say this so everyone can stop sweating. I delete my DMs every night. Okay. I delete them every night. They're gone. I'm single. Okay. I'm single. I don't want that shit in my inbox. I delete everything. There's 3 DMs that stay in my folder every single day. Miller Lights DMs. My girl Casey Sager, because she sent me a very important address that I need, and I am too stupid to write it down anywhere else because who I am as a person. So I keep it in my DM inbox. And then I have our you and I's DMs for the show notes. That's it. That's all I have. And everything else is deleted every single night. So if you DM me on Twitter, it gone. It's on your phone maybe, but it's gone from me. I don't like having it around. And then my request folder, fuck, I don't even look at it. I'm sorry. If you try to DM me and I don't follow you or we don't have mutual friends,
right.
I went into there one day and somebody was like, why is your face so round? And I'm like, you know, that is a good question. Well, we can start off with the fact that I need to lose about like 20 pounds. That's fine. So maybe just from my round face, if that would suit you. Okay, sir. You have a picture of Cristiano Ronaldo in your fucking photo. I'm sure that's not you. But I wish I could ask about your face shape, but I can't.
I wish I could ask about your face shape.
So I mean,
That's funny.
but that's where it stands. Like, why mess with it if you don't have to? And like,
right.
my text deleted. So if you're ever worried that like I have something on you, I don't care that much.
Worry about me though.
Always worry about her. She's terrifying.
Worry, because I will keep track of that.
Yeah, but like
all
I
of you
keep
with
track.
your wife as your very most recent Instagram post.
You know, like, once you mention that to some people though, they stop doing it. And I think it's beautiful when people listen to you.
Yeah. Somebody just yesterday, like he came out of nowhere. Like, we used to be friends, like just friends, but like he came in with a sup. I was like, all right, let's check your page.
I like the
Very
face that you
first
just
post.
made when you said sup. You knew what was up though.
Yeah. Very first post, his girlfriend or wife, I don't know what she is. I couldn't live without you. I was like, beg to differ, probably.
But why? That's the other thing that I guess, like, we're having relationship takes today. It's like, if you want to talk about sports, no, it's not happening. That's the other thing that I don't get. Why even post like the I love you, baby, you're my world, I wouldn't know what to do without you? Because James, if you want to talk about his most latest,
His
most
Instagram.
recent Instagram account, this was from last year, which just kind of goes to show you how actually involved on Instagram he is, because most guys don't Instagram things. But his most recent one, March 17th, 2018, was cheating means you don't give a fuck about your relationship. There's no excuse.
It's 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
I'm gonna comment some moon faces.
Which
There.
his Instagram is still up, so.
Instagram is still up and all of their running photos are still public. Another one that red flagged me, like, this is just gonna be able to tell you guys like how, not like how to look for these things, but this is how I gauge cheating or relationship problems, is by quotes being posted. When I share quotes, it's usually because I'm in love or I'm mad. That's it. There's no in between.
Okay.
So this one was March 16th, so the day before. I fall, I rise, I make mistakes, I live, I learn. I've been hurt, but I'm alive. I'm human. I'm not perfect, but I'm thankful.
Yeah.
I read that as like the Chumbawamba song.
It is like a Chumbawamba song.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. I'm probably going to stick my dick in something else. I get knocked down, then I get up again. I'm probably going to cheat on you again, too. Hey! Didn't rhyme at all. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. I don't know. People are crazy, that's all.
People are crazy, but like there's a way to get around these things. There's a way to avoid the crazy in your life. And if somebody doesn't avoid the crazy in their life and they literally go after the same dramatic shit, then just fucking leave them. It's been 3 years of this shit. I say, Stephanie, you can do better. You've already got boudoir shots. I can help you with selfies. The Nordstrom counter can help you with makeup. Get your shit together and get back out there. When you have a vagina, the world is your oyster. Maybe not with 4 kids. It's a little bit difficult. They'll grow up. You can have your time. Work on yourself. Spend the next few years doing nothing but shit for you and focus on that. That's what I would do.
There you go.
Or cut him.
I wouldn't do that.
No,
I
don't
wouldn't
get
do
it.
that. And I don't know what the divorce.
Don't catch a
situation
charge
is,
for
but-
some mediocre dick. And you know it's mediocre dick because you're just staying with it and it's easy. You can get better dick, Stephanie. We believe in you.
David says, did you just say vagina and oyster in the same sentence?
Yes.
Yeah. They're an aphrodisiac.
I mean, no one started like a giant war over a dick. They've started it over vagina before. I mean, look what Henry VIII did, if we're going to go back to that.
Yeah, that is true.
Let me break from the Church of England so I can have sex with my side chick.
Women hold all the power. We've talked about this before.
Yep.
It is not something that is a secret, but for some reason in girls' brains, it is. Like, they all, like, girls love to complain about not getting laid, and what they really mean is not having somebody just cuddle them all night. Because if they wanted to get laid, they would literally have to go stand outside and say, hello, I would like dick now. And it would appear.
100%.
Literally appear out of nowhere.
You can just like stand outside and be like, guy walking down the street, hey, I need to get laid. They'd be like, okay, let me go put my dog away. I'll come over.
Right,
Like,
right. Let me get the gold bond real
Yeah,
quick. And
BRB.
Be all right there.
I mean, it just, to me, that's a really bad excuse for women. Women cheat because they are neglected. Women cheat because they need to feel that intimate emotional bond, or they need to get dick down. I mean, whatever. But most of the time, I feel like it's because there's something missing with the way that they're being treated in their relationship.
Yeah, I would say it's mostly emotional.
Mostly emotional. Guys cheat because they're little shits most of the time.
Well, they have very active sex drives. Nobody's denying that. Generally, a dude and girls, you can say, oh my god, I do too, all you want. But no, generally, a guy is going to trump your sex drive times 5.
Yeah, and
Like,
if you don't believe us, like,
let
try
him have
dating
free reign.
try dating somebody in like their mid-20s when you're in your 30s, and it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna do
They-
today.
Want to do it all the time. And the women that try to get guys to not masturbate kill me.
What is with
Kill
that?
me.
What is with that? Like, if you, and that's what I don't understand at all, is like this whole idea of like, okay, so let's go over the rules here. Like, common bitch wife rules are, or bitch girlfriend, bitch wife, whatever, or bitch spouse. I swear to God, if anybody tried this with me, it would just be over. Is if you're gonna watch the game, do it at home. I want to be able to watch the game with you, but I'm gonna like be mad about it the whole time. Which, I'm sorry, watching sports and watching porn is kind of alike. Okay, hear me out. If you're watching porn with somebody that is not into it, it is not fun.
I don't watch porn with people.
I'm saying if you're watching porn with people, I'm not like saying if you ever happen to be watching porn and somebody else is watching with you, but it's just like,
come sit down, friend.
yeah, shut up. I'm saying in general,
Guys
though,
do like to watch it together though.
they do. So like if you're watching porn with somebody and they're just like cool, and like you're trying to be sexy about it.
Yeah, it's awkward.
It's like taking somebody to a Chiefs game that doesn't give a fuck about football. There's like, neat. It's like, aren't you excited about this? This is awesome. I'm so pumped. And then they're like, do you want a hand job? Can I go now? Just saying. If somebody's not into what you're doing, it just ruins the fucking mood of it all. And if you're not going to put it forward any effort, if that's not your thing, if that's like not what you want to do with your life, if you have no interest in saving anything, then yeah. Don't let him masturbate. Don't let him have any time to himself and constantly badger him about how you want to be a stay-at-home dog mom and do nothing else. I'm sure that'll go over really well.
Yeah. No. I just don't understand that one, and I never will. Like if as long as you are being satisfied sexually in your marriage, like keeping him from masturbating is not changing anything, or watching porn. Like there's a lot of women that don't let their husbands watch porn, or well, they think that they don't let their husbands watch porn.
They're like, he doesn't do that stuff. Like, okay,
on his phone. Like you can watch it
unless
anywhere.
you ban like him being on his phone, which is not possible. It's good luck with that.
Yeah, like what does that? They should only get off to me. Like good luck.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
I mean, the other
My
thing.
Instagram is full of porn stars. I follow porn stars, like your husband does.
Well, it's different if like you're following porn stars and you also get, and like you also pay attention to your wife. Like that was one of the biggest parts of my past relationship. My ex would literally follow all these like Instagram, and like he was gross, and he still is gross. I just liked him because he was drunk and down for doing hood rat things most of the time. He was easy, I guess. Is that like, that's like the best way to describe him? He was easy, and like at the beginning I thought he was cool.
Not sexually, like
yeah, like not sexually,
emotionally.
Just,
not that he wasn't easy sexually, but like he was predictable. I guess.
he was easy. He was just safe. He let me do whatever the fuck I wanted because he was too lazy to make an effort himself. So that's just a really bad idea, to let me do whatever I want. Me being a free range chicken does not work out well. But he would literally, and that was our biggest like argument ever, is that he would like and follow and like pay attention to all these women that were nowhere, that would never touch him, that were nowhere close to being around him or his demographic, I guess. And he would just like obsess over them and pay attention to everything they did, and then be like, so what'd you talk about on your show today? I don't know. Right. You can listen to it. There's an option. You could like participate. I want to go to this event. Do you want to go to this event with me? No. Can you take somebody else? You want me to take another man? Okay. I'm going to sleep with them. So there's that. But it's just, it was bizarre. So like if he's not making effort and you're not making effort, just move along. Like that's the one lesson I could learn from that. But if you're making an effort and he just doesn't care, or if you're like trying to control things too much, I think is the worst too. Like the control aspect, you can't control porn. It's like they're on Twitter and they're going to see porn. They're on Facebook. I feel like you could probably still find pornographic things. But guys are weird. They'll get off to anything.
Yeah, honestly, most people that I know, like the things that they choose to use for material are not even close to porn. Like, have nothing to do with being half naked or anything. They don't care about that. They don't care about that.
Yeah, you guys are some freaks. I think it's funny. I'm here for the freak Twitter.
I am too. I think everybody should be more open about things and accepting and just go with the flow. Is it affecting your life? No? Cool.
But sex is something that people don't know how to talk about. The more that I understand this is that people our age would rather not have sex. Like they're actively this is coming from somebody, and this is way too much information for anyone that like did not want to know this about me, but here we go. If I don't get laid like once a week, I'm just like, annoyed. You can just tell the level of annoyance, and it just keeps going up. So like if I'm gonna do a relationship where I'm not gonna see you all the time, like we gotta figure this shit out. So it's either constant communication, but you can make up for the other parts of your life that aren't, I guess, feasible. So like that's where I ask myself, how the fuck are people my age or older or right around our age not having sex with people? Like they literally they're like, they'd rather go home and watch a series on Netflix than take somebody home, or like go home with somebody else. I'm like, what do you mean people aren't having sex? I don't get it.
I mean, I don't know.
Have you seen it, haven't you?
I mean, it's my life. I'm boring.
But like, I'm talking, yeah, but that's different to me. I feel like your life has, you're not like one of those people that actively just goes, like, for somebody that I guess talks to so many people when I'm out and I'm just constantly like jumping around to like thing to thing, it like the social aspect drains me, and like that I could see why somebody wouldn't want to put the effort into it, like guys. But for women, you don't have to put any effort in. You're just like, hello.
No. Yeah, you just kind of show up.
So like that, I guess that's the route I'm going. Not like, why don't you have sex, but like, it's not that difficult. Like
no, it's not hard. If you wanted it, it's not hard to make happen.
Yeah. So I just feel like people choose, like I said, they choose their love life and their situation they want to be in. If you want to have sex with better looking people, make more of an effort yourself. Like guys, oh my God, you and I talked about this a lot at the beginning of the year, because we had a lot of guy friends that were like, didn't have jobs, weren't stably like living somewhere where they could pursue a relationship, and like these guys were, instead of working on themselves and like bringing something to the table, they're like, I don't have a job and I haven't had a steady relationship in 3 years and I don't have any money, but oh my God, your friend, is she single?
Yeah.
What? No, you can't do that.
No.
Like, you have to bring something. Like I'm bringing my charm, obviously, and I will never, and I'll bring you the promise that I never have time for you, and I won't make time for you. How's that for a priority? So I'll bring that to the table. But like, how do you not like have anything to offer and then expect to get laid, or expect to have guys or women fall over you and be like, oh my God, this guy is so cute. He doesn't have a job and he needs a ride everywhere, so I better jump on this one.
No.
None of that sounds appealing.
No.
We don't need projects.
No. And guys, you have it easy too. You could be ugly. Like, as long as you have your life together, done.
Your life together and have somewhat of like a personality. If you,
well, yeah, you can be boring.
If you're boring, get on Match.com. You'll find a girlfriend that's probably boring too. And you guys can live and when I say boring, I just mean traditional, you know, like get married at like 26, 27, wait a few years, buy your first home, then, you know, wait another year, have a baby, and then get all that, like do all the traditional route stuff that I never prioritized. But
my
like,
sister says scrub.
What?
Nothing. I'm just laughing. Sorry. My sister said scrub, and I'm like, I saw your last boyfriend.
Ooh, shit. Are we gonna call him out?
I don't remember his name. She knows.
That's the problem though. Women love scrubs. Like, I don't know what it is, but like I found like 6 of them in a row last year, and it was messy. And but that's why I kept going back to like, and people always wonder, why did people go back to their ex all the time? I would go back to my ex or other exes. Have a problem with that too. I'm a catch. Because you recycle them, like you just use what is familiar and what you want, and it's easy. So that's another reason why women go back to their ex. And like the nice guy role, oh my God, can we stop with that yet?
Yeah. No. Nice guy, and they always get like, nobody wants a nice guy. No, we do, but you have to be a confident nice guy. Most nice guys are not confident.
And I don't want to hang out with somebody that just like projects a neediness, or like, it sounds horrible, but the only thing that I can compare it to is like desperation. Like, and like when you're desperate, you reek of desperation.
Definitely.
It's true in a business sense. It's true in a day-to-day sense. Like when I needed money the most, and well, it's now too. So And I was out there like
Definitely
hitting
know.
the pavement, like, oh my God, you guys, let's get more sponsors. Let's do this. There was a while there that I was bringing on sponsors left and right just because I knew I needed the bills paid. And then, you know, like that's what I was focusing on. But people could tell that I would pretty much do anything to get them to sign an advertising agreement or get them to do this,
Right.
this and this. So I was at a point where I was super desperate. Now I'm like, yeah, we're good. But we're working on getting new and more incorporated. Like we already have dad bod tees that puts up with our bullshit so much to the point where he's listening to the show, making t-shirts as we go. And I absolutely
Yeah.
love that. So like we work in partnerships, I feel like, more than anything else. So it's not going to be like you just give us money and then we just say something. It's going to be like we're going to like actually bother you, pump up your brand, pump up whatever we need to in order to make it work. Flashlight.
Just kidding.
This is our right here now. We've already had 3 people that are interested in the replies alone. I can only imagine the outward and silent interest. Everyone wants one. So
They're
like
expensive.
if we had a Sprots takes like fleshlight, would it be like options? Like I don't
Can you
understand.
imagine? Can they put our name on it?
Yeah, I would want a
Mm-mm.
name.
That would be so cool. Like we're in your bedroom.
But then that gets to the point too where then every single married woman that knows that their husband listens to this show is like, great. But that's something that we could also, we're the first sports radio show hosts that also have their own fleshlights because
Come on.
of who we are as people. Like we just spent
That would be so
like
cool.
an hour and 40 minutes talking about sex and talking about relationships. So if we aren't your go-to by now, I don't know who is.
Yeah. I want one.
I do too.
I demand a Sprots Steaks fleshlight now.
But that's where I'm like, do we get options like the GAT or glitter version? And does yours come with sparkles and mine's gold?
Oh, what if we do have options?
We better have options. Fleshlight,
I
get
haven't
a hold
looked
of
into
us.
fleshlight. I don't know what they're like.
But how did you come across that? They're like, we don't need more Fleshlight girls. So Fleshlight girls, if you guys are wondering, the FLG that they tweeted about, those are like porn stars and cam models that they actually exclusively work with for their own Fleshlight toys. So I don't know like what we would be doing if we do start working with them, but I'm all aboard it. So if you can pursue that, be like, yo, this is something that we want. I followed them on Twitter. Like what more do I need to
There
do
you
to
go.
show my interest? I tweeted this, it would be a dream to work with Fleshlight, and then followed them. So
Beautiful.
I'm here
That's
for it.
coming soon. I guarantee it.
I love
I don't
it.
guarantee it. I don't know what we get out of this, but
If we get
Can you
Fleshlights, I'll be
imagine-
happy.
we're sponsored by Slim Jim and Fleshlight.
But that, honest to God, like the Slim Jim and Fleshlight and Recovery Hydration, you party, you need snacks, and well, we all know at the end of the night you're either taking something home to eat or smash. So, or you just
Yeah.
pass out like you do.
I do. I'm lame.
She turns into a sarcophagus.
Sorry.
I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. Nope.
I literally, okay, this is just a random story. It's not even that good of one, but we stayed at a hotel for Big 12 tournament, and she stayed up later than I did, and I went to sleep like in the bed, and apparently I slept like across the middle of the bed.
Mhm.
I'm not sure. I was very, very tired, and it was like 5 a.m. and I was like, I'm sleeping now, and somehow you moved me
Yeah.
to not the middle of the bed, and I have no idea when that happened.
It was a
so-
team effort. It was me and like I convinced you. Like I say team, but it's like me just lying to you. I go, Megan, if you move over here, it's warmer. And you're like, you sat straight up
probably got
and
me, yeah.
like, you know, the Brienne of Tarth, that dress that she wore, that like
Mhm.
when she moved her arms up, it like moved. You were
Mhm.
wrapped in the entire comforter and you shot straight up and you were just like, put your arms up like, and you looked around and I'm like, Megan, just scoot over. You're in the middle of the bed. And you just looked at me and you're like, and passed back out. And I'm like, God. I'm like, okay, Megan.
Well-
And I like pulled the comforter out from your grasp, which was not, I feel very sorry for anyone that has to sleep with you. You had an iron grip on that comforter and I scooted you over to the side of the bed, which you had wrapped around like a burrito, the entire comforter, and were like
I
hogging
do
it.
remember that.
And I go, what the fuck? It was like a typewriter jam. You're like, the paper was like stuffed in. I'm like, okay. So I had to like roll you back like a little bit at a time. And then finally I just said, fuck this, got the blanket from the couch and just used that. and body heat, because I am a radiator and you are not. So it works out.
I'm not. So cold. So cold.
But yeah, you can sleep through a lot. I'll just put it that way.
I know. I sleep through my alarms every day.
Today is the first day that I forgot to set my alarms, and I woke up at 6:22.
Holy cow.
I have fully entered Zen mode.
Look at you.
It's all the sex I'm not having.
Way too early in the morning.
It is. But I also have a way. It's weird because like our lives are so similar because, I mean, we do the same thing. We work together. We're constantly building a brand. If we're out, we're promoting shit, blah, 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 blah. But the best part about our lives is that like Megan will stay up to like 3 o'clock in the morning gaming some nights, and like I'll be like on my first time that I wake up, which is, I do sleep in shifts, and I've stopped doing that because I'm meditating so much. I feel like my brain just shuts off. It doesn't wake up anymore. But we have proof that other people know about this because our also Zen buddy Jake was talking about how back in the old days, hunter-gatherers would, if they weren't doing well in life, they would wake up more at night. I'm like, because they're stressed. Fuck, they're stressed. They need to gather nuts and shit. And that's what I do at 3 in the morning.
Gather nuts and shit.
I just look for nuts.
I can't wait to clip that.
I know. I'm just like, do I like move my boobs around too? Like earlier, I was like laughing so hard that they were flopping around. I'm like, well, this is good.
Can you laugh that hard? Like, I guess you can kind of.
Yeah. Well, you'll see in 5 minutes.
Okay. There are children outside my window.
Yeah, don't look on the radio or don't look on the TV. Well, you don't have a giant monitor like I do. If somebody were like outside my office, they'd be like, what are you doing?
What are those?
I will say I've never watched porn on this 36-inch monitor.
Oh, that's aggressive. I've never watched porn on a computer before. I don't know what that life though. Like. No, only on a phone.
Okay. Yeah, that's like a whole nother like element, I guess I would add to that. That's another element of too much. I don't need to see that close, I guess. Yeah. I've watched porn on TVs.
I've gotten in a bad habit of only liking porn gifs now because like I can't listen to them. It's so bad.
It is pretty rough.
So I'm just like scrolling through gifs. Like this'll work.
This'll work. There you go. Yeah. Well, and then that guy from Breaking Bad, the one that plays Hank, the DEA agent, his famous tweet was he tweeted out sex gifs. That's all he said. Like I think he was searching sex gifs and he tweeted it instead. And I was like, so this is the greatest tweet ever. Celebrities are just like us too.
They watch porn sometimes.
Yeah, so I guess we could get to like the Big 12 news that came out today.
Oh, we're doing sports?
No, I just wanted to share that it's kind of cool. Okay. We do have like we're coming up on the end of the show, so I thought we would talk about a little bit about the brackets. Tonight you can join the NHL playoffs bracket. Just look up on NHL.com. Go to the bracket sweepstakes. It's up like literally the first thing that pops up on NHL. And search for the group Sprots Stakes, 2 words, SPROTSTAKES. It closes at 6 tonight, right?
Yep.
For prizes and giveaways, because that we just have a little bit of like we have some Zubas left. We're getting more in because we have a really busy April with a lot of events coming up that we're going to be giving away a lot of those. So we'll have Zubas. I think that since the person that won our happy hour is out of town, that's still on the table. So if you guys want to get in on that, if you want to join us for drinks at some point, what time? We'll figure it out a time. Like we'll do a happy hour where it's like on a Wednesday or Friday, so that way Megan can join. She'll already be in Sprots mode. We just have to work out your schedule. Just saying. Maybe we'll go to like Blue Line or something. We'll go down to the hockey bar and we'll go to, and we can always, well, there'll be no more hockey on by that point, but it's just fun. It's fun to like watch the playoff. And I know the NBA playoffs are coming up too, but NHL playoffs, it's just more fun to get people involved in because I tweeted on Monday night, well, good. It's finally NHL playoff season. And people got mad, of course.
Oh my God. Of course. Whatever. What's the Big 12 news?
The Big 12 news is that we are diving a little bit deeper in with ESPN. This is the same thing that the SEC network did before they actually got the SEC network. The Big 12 announced that their partnership with ESPN is going to be extended through, I believe, 2024. And so the Big 12 championship game is going to be aired still on ESPN through 2024, but it's basically a comprehensive rights agreement. So the Big 12 football championship, as well as exclusive basketball and football games, will be on ESPN. So we're not going to have, I'm not saying that we're not going to have as many Fox Sports games, because OU, I believe, still has a pay-per-view game that they do where it's like the Bedlam. I think it's a Bedlam game.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. Texas Longhorn Network still exists, so until we dissolve the Longhorn Network into the Big 12 Network, I don't think anything's going to change there. But it's just exciting because anytime the Big 12 is doing well, and anytime that we can, give them a home for the rest of, I guess, what is it, through 2020, we're going to be doing like a lot more streaming games, because it's really difficult to find, like K-State HD. That's like whenever the first game of the season rolls around, I'm like, great, how am I going to find this game? And it's always an issue, and it shouldn't be if you're a Power 5 conference. So that's what they were basically getting at.
That's pretty awesome.
See, we can talk blowjobs and sports. Boom.
Boom. A boom.
You like that?
You like that? There was something else that was tied into Big 12 too. What did I type?
We're talking about the practice for KU. The first 500 kids tomorrow to KU practice.
They get tickets, pit tickets to see Rick Ross. That's a pretty big deal. But you partied with him, you said.
Yeah, back in 2010, 2011 was a really blurry time in my life, where I was traveling back and forth to Miami a lot. Okay. Not like to actual flying into Miami, going north a little bit of that area, and then like one time I ended up at, because I was dating somebody from there, but one time I ended up at this like random house party. But house parties in Florida are never house parties; they're like boat parties, where it's like everyone arrives by boat and shit. And Rick Ross was randomly there. And it was just like, oh, but we weren't in Miami. It was like outside of Miami. It was like an hour north. So it's like not an hour north, but it's like an hour north of I could not tell you where I was to save my life.
Oh my gosh.
My parents don't even know that I was like flying to date this person. So
that's so funny.
I guess surprise.
Surprise, Janet.
Yeah, she probably is listening to this like right now, just like, you little tramp. But then that quickly ended. It was a very like short-lived 2 months. So
okay,
it is what it is. But yeah, it was fun because I was just shook, and before I even knew what the word shook meant, that's what it was. But I would say like his concerts and stuff, it sounds like fun. Like, I love Rick Ross. He's probably one of my favorite. Like, when I am going to the gym and I'm all like, I gotta get hyped up, and I gotta like, I don't know. I feel like my gym time is different than yours. Like yours, you do a lot more like plyometrics and core and weight work. Like I just go in and I'm like, I want to fuck shit up. Like I just want to lift like super heavy, but I can't do that right now. So back in the day, I would like go and listen to Rick Ross beforehand, because his Aston Martin music. What album was that? I think it was just Aston Martin music. I can't remember. Anyways, that whole time when he came out with I'm on One and all that, that was when I was very deep into the scene of where Rick Ross is like that area that he's from. So it was weird. Okay. It was a weird time in my life.
I don't think if you asked me, I could name a single Rick Ross song.
Really? Like Every Day I'm Hustling?
Oh, I do know that song. I did not know it was a Rick Ross song, but I do know it.
What's another one? The Boss. Like I had that as my dad's ringtone for the longest time.
That's funny.
Like whenever you call, it'd be like started like on the chorus, and it was really annoying.
Well,
he didn't call me for a long time, so it worked out though.
There we go. We figured it out.
Yay. Yeah, but Rick Ross, I mean, like, is there somebody that you would stand in line to get tickets to see though? Like go to KU practice? Because that's where we really have to go. Is like, is there anything worth watching KU football practice to get tickets to? I mean, pit tickets. If I'm front row and it's like not quiet, but it's like a smaller audience concert, I'd go see Drake. I'm not too cool to say that I love I get in my feelings a lot, and I love his little like pop rap shit.
Right.
I'm like, if you listen to my Spotify, like getting ready music, which you've heard it before, it's like a majority of Drake. So
Yeah.
I can't say shit, but I just would not actively seek. There's nothing that I can think of that would make me want to watch KU football practicing.
Nothing is worth that pain.
No, maybe some money. If they're handing out money, I'd be there tonight.
Yeah, I would go for money. I guess you could. Can you sell the pit pass? I don't know.
Probably.
I don't
mean,
know if anybody would buy it.
I just feel like if you have to scam people into being interested in your football program, that's what I feel Les Miles is. He's a glitter wrapped turd or whatever they call that. You know that saying? He looks great on paper. He's shiny. He's won a national championship. He is relating to the people of Lawrence right now, the students, and he's a great fit. He's a magnetic character. People want to be around him. He's Les fucking Miles. But to have that many gimmicks wrapped around your school football program makes me question a lot. That's all.
Agreed. But I mean,
give out puppies. I'll show up.
Ooh, I would go for a puppy.
I would just go to play. Honest to God, if they just had a puppy playground somewhere where it's just like all these puppies in a giant like area where you can just go and like be surrounded by puppies, that would just be heaven.
That would be very cool. They have it for cats. I don't know why they haven't made something like that for dogs.
Ew.
Yeah.
Cats?
Like cat cafes? We have one in Kansas City.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That is
you
the
go
grossest
and,
thing I've ever heard in my life.
And there's cats everywhere.
Cats are so gross. Rubbing up against you. Are you okay?
I just popped my back. It's fine.
Can I pop my back? No, probably not.
I
have to have like physically done something to need to pop my back. I've just been sitting here talking shit. Yay. So anyways, we are going to wrap up the show, but we wanted to talk a little bit about like what's coming up on Friday, which is hopefully none of you getting divorced or no more. Like, are you here for some more messy Twitter shit? Yes or no?
I would be here. If we find out anymore, we'll definitely bring it.
Yeah, I feel like we're kind of the go-to now. Like, we're the update crew. Like, if you guys need any more information, we've covered this. The voicemail is hilarious. The whole situation is hilarious. Okay. Have a good day. I feel like I need just like Roy Orbison shades.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, Friday. We might have some more drama. I don't know. We'll see how we cannot predict how the world will turn.
We cannot.
So we'll be there.
Twitter turns.
As Chief Twitter turns. We will let you know. That's happening Friday. We will talk about actual sports, I promise. And then we'll do a little bit of esports talk. Esports.
Are you? Is that like a donkey? Like esports.
Esports, because the League of Legends finals are this weekend in St. Louis. So you'll get a League of Legends breakdown that you never wanted. And that's all I have coming up. Anything else? I think that's it.
I don't know if I'm traveling with my future mother-in-law and my future husband to the game yet. They said yes, but I don't trust that. So I'm going to have to get with Mama Kay and figure that out. I'd like to go to the game simply because I feel like it'll help me get back involved with K-State a little bit more, just because I've been so like absent from giving a shit. But I love Coach K. That's what I'm calling him now.
Coach K.
K-State did a great job hiring a guy, which we got behind the scenes, like mic'd up Colin Klein for the first time since like 2011 when he was playing.
Really?
Like, Colin Klein doesn't cuss. And for someone that, was in a role as a quarterbacks coach, as a coach on K-State's, I feel like football is a very cussing necessary sport. But at the same time, we've watched Coach Taylor down in Texas.
Down in Texas.
What is it called? Shit.
I don't remember the school name.
Oh my God. What is the school name?
I don't know.
We just watched this.
I know.
They're the Panthers. Dylan. There's Dylan,
yeah.
East Dylan, and regular Dylan. Well, East Dylan doesn't come up till later. But anyways, they got by with not cussing that much in their program, but they're in high school. College
true.
is like every other word cussing. So
Yeah.
Colin Klein wasn't cussing during his mic'd up session, but like the fact that we're getting mic'd up sessions from these coaches makes me really excited. We've been signing some good, or offering, not signing, we've been offering some great scholarships to people for basketball. We've been trying to fill those roles. Bruce Weber's done a great job staying hot on the recruiting trail, which is important. I just think that like things at K-State are going well, and it's just like kind of throwing me off. So it'd be good to jump back into that. But it'd be a day trip. I would not be staying in Manhattan, so it'd be very quick.
That'd be fun.
Maybe I'll drag you, but chances are you'll be in St. Louis.
I'm not going to St. Louis, no.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not going. So we were not going to St. Louis, but spring game would be a lot of fun. Oh, if not anything else, I just want to be told how pretty and amazing I am all day long.
Yeah, that's true. By your future husband. He's the best.
Yeah. Megan got to witness that at Big 12 tournament. So
yeah.
And I posted a text from him last night on Instagram, and it got people livid. What happened in No Dating 19? Who was this?
That's
like,
so funny.
I'm not dating. We're in love. That's a difference.
Yeah, just because he loves her.
Yeah, just because. Yeah,
they're getting married.
Anything. We're getting married, but we're not dating.
30 in like 12 years.
Yeah, he's like oh my god, that was the most like that was the most ridiculous moment of my life. I am introducing them to someone they've never met, and then also you. Tyler's met you before, hasn't he?
Yeah, we've met.
Oh yeah,
before.
I thought you had. And the first thing out of this kid's mouth is, "I can't wait till I'm 26 or 28. I can't remember. I think he's 26 now."
Yeah.
I can't wait till I'm 28 and we're gonna get married. He's like, just give me 2 more years. We're getting married. I'm like, I don't think this is how. No, I don't think this is gonna go how you think it's
happening. No, we already planned it.
All right. Well, in 2 years, I guess I'll be off the market, and hopefully, I won't have to deal with getting on Twitter to out Tyler as hitting on random women as a cheater. If you're gonna plot and plan your life around marrying me, you can't cheat on me. That's just how it works. Like,
fact.
I'm a goddamn treasure. But anyways, so we're gonna be doing something. We just don't know exactly. I'll catch up with Megan. That'll be my job to do that.
That'll be my job.
My job to actually know what's going on. But we will get you guys some more sports shit on Friday, and we'll go from there.
Yay!
So stay tuned for more plans. If you guys missed out any of this, the episode will be up by 5. You can listen to all of the messy parts. I think I'm going to actually leave the pre-show on this time, so that way you can hear all of it. So you guys won't be missing out. But if it sounds weird at the beginning, that's why. So if you're tuning in late, that's how you can catch it.
Ta-da!
All right. Well, we will talk to you guys on Friday. And thanks, as always, for stopping by.